What's up guys, it's your boy Happy Beats back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you some melody sauce. In this case, it's how you can use Arps to make your melodies both fire easily, and you can do them really fast. If you want to pump out like a bunch of beats, you can do it super easy. If you like the video, subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what tutorial I should do next. Alright, let's get right into it. Alright, what's up boys? So basically I got the Focusrite 2i2 2nd gen audio interface for Christmas, and then didn't realize that I can't actually use that ASIO for recording, like what do I use? Bandicam doesn't actually support it. So I just recorded an entire video for you guys using that device, but now I'm on the FL Studio one, so you guys can actually hear the sound, which is why I basically have all of the sounds that I used in the video I just made that has no sound on it. And so for this video, I'm gonna try to reconstruct and bring you along through the process the best I can, as I did in the original one. I just don't want you guys to think that this beat is completely constructed beforehand, because I like making beats sort of off the fly for you guys / with you guys, because it best shows you my process. It best shows you, ways that for you guys that how I literally go about doing it, plain and simple. So unfortunately, the last one doesn't have sound, but I kind of remember what I did, so I'm going to go through as much of it as I can and kind of reconstruct the beat that I made. And so, hopefully you'll still like the video. Hopefully it'll still be dope. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the first sound that I had, I wanted it to sort of be like an intro, maybe add it, to switch it up later in the beat. But basically, my entire beat focused around these 4 chords. So it's going to be... Alright, so it's basically just G minor, D minor, E flat, major, and then C minor. So it kind of sounds like this. And then I wanted to put a top melody over that, but the problem was if you layer too many arps together, then it's gonna sound a little bit muddy, because basically the reason why I made this video, the reason why I think arps are so good for both beginners and people who've been doing it for a little bit longer like myself, is that you can get a really full sound and a really unique sound off of a really simple melody. So for example, in the pattern I just did, it's just 4 chords. However, when I layered it down and made the preset that ARP that I chose, it sounds super new, super complicated, super dope. So that's basically the principle. So for the second melody, I wanted to layer it on top of it. I wanted to layer flute, because the flute sound is super in right now. So basically, I had a cool little top line here. So I'm gonna put it in for y'all. I think that sounds super dope. Alright, so basically I have these 2 layered melodies here, and then I was looking through some more ARP presets, and I found this super dope ARP. And again, I'll play this on my MIDI keyboard, and you can just see how easy it is if you just find these presets, because they kind of make the sound for you. So listen to this. I think my MIDI has some delay right now because I'm just using the FL Studio ACO, which is why that did not sound on beat at all. But I'm going to put it into a pattern here so you guys can kind of hear it. And then I wanted to keep the second melody here, the flute melody, on top the whole time. I thought I complemented it super nice. So, and again, I'm just layering down those same 4 chords, super simple. What am I doing? And also, if I just did normal chords, that C minor at the end would sound, it would fit perfectly into the chord progression. But these arps, because obviously, I mean, unless you make your own arpeggiations, you can't really control, like maybe the arpeggiations are doing like a minor third, a major third, and so it might not exactly fit. So I found for this, I'm just gonna do the C and the G instead of the A. What would be the E flat right here. Bam. So right there, super simple. I got those the sort of like intro melody, keeping this top line for a new melody, a little bit of a switch up. And then finally I chose a final arp just to make it, just to add sort of a transition in maybe the second half of the chorus, second half of the verse, just something to switch it up, make the beat more interesting for, the listener and the rapper to rap over as well. So this sound is kind of like a, I thought I was playing it sort of on my MIDI keyboard, figuring out what I wanted to do, and I thought I would go like root, third, third. It's like root, third, root, third, root, third. So it kind of sounds cool. That's kind of a tip. Thirds really sound good. And I think it sounds really dope with it all in. And I kind of want to stagger it a little bit just to make it more interesting, because everybody's beats are just like, da, 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 da. Very sort of monotone, not interesting rhythmically. So this kind of switches it up a bit. Just everything I'm doing is just trying to make it more interesting, and make the beat more unique, more attractive. Bring it down to the second chord, same thing. This is a root note, D, it's a D minor, so the third is an F. Alright, the next one was an E flat. E flat. Third of that's a G. The final one was a C. Root of that is third of that is a E flat. And again, having sort of using this arp, having that little like the stutter sound instead of it just being a pluck adds, it makes it more interesting. And it's, you don't need to do it yourself. You don't need to put in like 3 notes with like a random synth. You just press 1 note, and because it's an arpeggiation, it does it all for you. And to add more depth, I might bring over that. I don't know if I'm gonna do this, but let's just try it out. Trial and error. That's literally making beats right there. I might keep that in. Actually, that's not bad. Alright, so I'm going to now go to the 808. I chose this 808. I want it to be smooth, not an incredible amount of distortions. So I'm going to put this in, and so put up the piano roll, and basically just following the root notes. But I think I'm going to go off the same sort of third pattern that I was going on before, and then, maybe do octaves like the classic trap beat. But again, a little tip when you are doing these 808s is make sure I kind of use higher frequencies. Like obviously when I actually do the final beat, the 808 is not going to be up there. That's too high. But it's easy to use those high notes to make sure you're in key with your melody. So let's get into it. Then again, the third. I like the third. Then go down the next chord. is Command A, Command L, Control L rather, and then let's drop it an octave. That sounds pretty nice. And then I think it makes it a lot more interesting if you add some variation. So I think every other one. So I'm gonna right click this, make unique. This could be every other one. So I'm gonna make this one pattern 6 as well. And then I'm gonna switch it up by taking this note and raising it up to a C as well. So it kind of switches up. So you'll hear the. So that, again, makes it more interesting. That's kind of the goal. All right, I'm going to put my first hi-hat in, and then I'm going to put a second hi-hat in. I kind of like doing 2 hi-hats with competing patterns, though typically I make, with snares, rim shots, claps, that I make that kind of complicated, so I don't make my hi-hats too complicated when I do some, when I make, other, it's kind of a balance. You can't have your beat be too complicated, and then no rapper's ever going to want to rap over it. It's too confusing. And so, whether you make your hi-hat really complicated, your hi-hat pattern, or your snare and clap pattern, it's kind of a trade-off. But, I'll kind of see what I want to do as I go along. But initially, I'm going to put in this hi-hat, and then I'm going to drop the velocity a little bit. I like to do that. It adds, again, some bounce, because the sound is ducking, so it's kind of like a t-t-t-t, and it makes your head nod, which is, kind of the goal. Then after I duck it, again, I'm going to highlight it all, bring it all the way out. And then I like to do my rolls at the very end so I don't go overboard. And then I had a hat. I don't always include an open hat. Sometimes I like to do it. I don't always. And again, I'm going to do that competing hi-hat that I was talking about. I'm going to do it at the end because I like to do rolls at the end after I figure out the rest of the beat. And then it's just simple. Again, add some more bounce. Go on to the clap, just regular clap, super simple, nothing too crazy. I don't even layer my claps a lot of the time, so it's not even a big deal. So it depends, it all depends on what you want. There's no rule. It's music. I think I'm gonna do something different. I think I'm gonna do something interesting for this. I kind of like that. That actually is a nice little switch up there. It's kind of dope. I think I'm gonna make actually my rim shot, clap, snares pretty complicated, and not complicate the hi-hats too much on this one, because usually I sometimes do the opposite, but I'm kind of feeling this right now. Then I'm going to add this other pattern here. This other rim shot pattern. Like that. Sounds good. Then I'm gonna add the kick real quick. I like this crazy kick. It punches super, super hard. If you guys want to know also some more details on how to make your kicks punchier, I got a video. I'll link it in the description. I've done that before. That was like the first video I ever made, so it's kind of rusty, but it's alright. one simple tip I'll just tell you is you gotta raise the velocities all the way up. That really helps it punch. Alright, and so then I'm putting this last hi-hat all the way down here and try to just do something cool. I got no idea what I did in the last video, though I remember it being cool, so I wish you could see that. Too bad. See what this sounds like. No, that is too extra. That's not bad, actually. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Alright, that is actually not bad. Oh, let's see if I want to do something with this. I don't know, I might keep it straight. Nah, I might just do a quick. You can barely even hear that, but it adds some more bounce, and that's what it's all about. Alright, and then I'm gonna extend this over, and then I think I don't want to have the little ba 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 the whole time, so I'm gonna make this again. Right click, make unique, get rid of this, put this over here, go into it. I think I'm just gonna make it that, and then raise the velocity on that, and then the little ba 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 happens every other time. So yeah, guys, so this is basically the beat. I'm sorry that I didn't go quite, as original as I like to be, because the last video, I literally made a video right before I started making this video, but I had kept it on the new audio interface ASIO, so I wasn't actually, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but so I wasn't actually able to hear the sound when I played it back in my recording software. So, but I liked the beat, and I liked the tutorial that I was giving, because I think Arps are dope and super, super helpful, especially for beginners and people who want to, cook up beats quickly. But yeah, so I hope that you guys learned a lot from this. I hope you like the beat. I'll play it out at the end. Again, subscribe, like, comment anything, like just cuz, subscribe for more, I guess. And, again, I'll be pumping out videos. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.